每天练习英语听、说、练，与我们一起提升你的语言技能。完成后，在我们的应用程式里多加练习。免费，连结在下方。开始练习吧。
Mia studies physics at school. Mia studies physics at school.
Mia 在学校学物理。
Mia studies physics at school. Mia studies physics at school. Alex likes to talk about gravity. Alex likes to talk about gravity.
Alex 喜欢谈论重力。
Alex likes to talk about gravity. Alex likes to talk about gravity. Noah asks what mass means. Noah asks what mass means.
Noah 问质量是什么意思。
Noah asks what mass means. Noah asks what mass means. Ava wonders why objects fall. Ava wonders why objects fall.
Ava 想知道为什么物体会下落。
Ava wonders why objects fall. Ava wonders why objects fall. Liam learns about force in class. Liam learns about force in class.
Liam 在课堂上学习力的概念。
Liam learns about force in class. Liam learns about force in class. Emma says energy can change form. Emma says energy can change form.
Emma 说能量可以改变形式。
Emma says energy can change form. Emma says energy can change form. Lucas reads a book about motion. Lucas reads a book about motion.
Lucas 读一本关于运动的书。
Lucas reads a book about motion. Lucas reads a book about motion. Zoe wants to test a magnet. Zoe wants to test a magnet.
Zoe 想测试一块磁铁。
Zoe wants to test a magnet. Zoe wants to test a magnet. Ethan brings a battery to lab. Ethan brings a battery to lab.
Ethan 带电池到实验室。
Ethan brings a battery to lab. Ethan brings a battery to lab. Lily measures the length with a ruler. Lily measures the length with a ruler.
Lily 用尺量测长度。
Lily measures the length with a ruler. Lily measures the length with a ruler. Jack checks the time with a stopwatch. Jack checks the time with a stopwatch.
Jack 用秒表测时间。
Jack checks the time with a stopwatch. Jack checks the time with a stopwatch. Nora draws a simple circuit. Nora draws a simple circuit.
Laura 画一个简单的电路。
Nora draws a simple circuit. Nora draws a simple circuit. Ryan connects a bulb and a switch. Ryan connects a bulb and a switch.
Ryan 连接灯泡和开关。
Ryan connects a bulb and a switch. Ryan connects a bulb and a switch. Maya explains how light reflects. Maya explains how light reflects.
Maya 解释光如何反射。
Maya explains how light reflects. Maya explains how light reflects. Owen looks at a prism with care. Owen looks at a prism with care.
Owen 小心地观察棱镜。
Owen looks at a prism with care. Owen looks at a prism with care. Chloe sees colors in the rainbow. Chloe sees colors in the rainbow.
Chloe 看到彩虹的颜色。
Chloe sees colors in the rainbow. Chloe sees colors in the rainbow. Sarah learns about friction today. Sarah learns about friction today.
Sarah 今天学习摩擦力。
Sarah learns about friction today. Sarah learns about friction today. Ben feels how friction slows a box. Ben feels how friction slows a box.
Ben 感觉到摩擦力如何让箱子慢下来。
Ben feels how friction slows a box. Ben feels how friction slows a box. Leo uses a scale to find weight. Leo uses a scale to find weight.
Leo 用秤测出重量。
Leo uses a scale to find weight. Leo uses a scale to find weight. Grace compares weight and mass. Grace compares weight and mass.
Grace 比较重量与质量。
Grace compares weight and mass. Grace compares weight and mass. Finn asks why mass does not change. Finn asks why mass does not change.
Finn 问为什么质量不会改变。
Finn asks why mass does not change. Finn asks why mass does not change. Ivy hears a sound in the tube. Ivy hears a sound in the tube.
Ivy 听到管子里的声音。
Ivy hears a sound in the tube. Ivy hears a sound in the tube. Hugo studies waves on a rope. Hugo studies waves on a rope.
Hugo 研究绳子上的波。
Hugo studies waves on a rope. Hugo studies waves on a rope. Nina counts the swings of a pendulum. Nina counts the swings of a pendulum.
Nina 数摆的摆动次数。
Nina counts the swings of a pendulum. Nina counts the swings of a pendulum. Mark times one full swing. Mark times one full swing.
Mark 计时一次完整的摆动。
Mark times one full swing. Mark times one full swing. Paula finds the average speed. Paula finds the average speed.
Paula 求出平均速度。
Paula finds the average speed. Paula finds the average speed. Ivan talks about constant speed. Ivan talks about constant speed.
Ivan 谈恒定速度。
Ivan talks about constant speed. Ivan talks about constant speed. Rosa notices a car accelerates. Rosa notices a car accelerates.
Rosa 注意到一辆车正在加速。
Rosa notices a car accelerates. Rosa notices a car accelerates. Omar explains what acceleration is. Omar explains what acceleration is.
Omar 解释加速度是什么。
Omar explains what acceleration is. Omar explains what acceleration is. Jana says faster means more speed. Jana says faster means more speed.
Jana 说更快代表速度更大。
Jana says faster means more speed. Jana says faster means more speed. Theo uses arrows to show direction. Theo uses arrows to show direction.
Theo 用箭头表示方向。
Theo uses arrows to show direction. Theo uses arrows to show direction. Bella keeps notes in her lab book. Bella keeps notes in her lab book.
Bella 在实验记录本里做记录。
Bella keeps notes in her lab book. Bella keeps notes in her lab book. Eric draws a neat graph. Eric draws a neat graph.
Eric 画一张工整的图表。
Eric draws a neat graph. Eric draws a neat graph. Abby labels the axes with units. Abby labels the axes with units.
Abby 在坐标轴上标上单位。
Abby labels the axes with units. Abby labels the axes with units. Caleb reports the data clearly. Caleb reports the data clearly.
Caleb 清楚地报告数据。
Caleb reports the data clearly. Caleb reports the data clearly. Dana checks each measurement twice. Dana checks each measurement twice.
Dana 对每个量测检查2次。
Dana checks each measurement twice. Dana checks each measurement twice. Felix repeats the test for accuracy. Felix repeats the test for accuracy.
Felix 为了准确性重复测试。
Felix repeats the test for accuracy. Felix repeats the test for accuracy. Gia compares results with a friend. Gia compares results with a friend.
Gia 和同学比较结果。
Gia compares results with a friend. Gia compares results with a friend. Henry writes a simple hypothesis. Henry writes a simple hypothesis.
Henry 写下一个简单的假设。
Henry writes a simple hypothesis. Henry writes a simple hypothesis. Isla plans a safe experiment. Isla plans a safe experiment.
Isla 规划一个安全的实验。
Isla plans a safe experiment. Isla plans a safe experiment. Jade wears goggles in the lab. Jade wears goggles in the lab.
Jade 在实验室戴护目镜。
Jade wears goggles in the lab. Jade wears goggles in the lab. Kyle keeps the wires neat. Kyle keeps the wires neat.
Kyle 把导线整理得很整齐。
Kyle keeps the wires neat. Kyle keeps the wires neat. Lana uses tape to hold the sensor. Lana uses tape to hold the sensor.
Lana 用胶带固定感测器。
Lana uses tape to hold the sensor. Lana uses tape to hold the sensor. Marco turns the power off first. Marco turns the power off first.
Marco 先把电源关掉。
Marco turns the power off first. Marco turns the power off first. Nia asks the teacher for help. Nia asks the teacher for help.
Nia 向老师求助。
Nia asks the teacher for help. Nia asks the teacher for help. Oscar explains the steps out loud. Oscar explains the steps out loud.
Oscar 把步骤大声说出来。
Oscar explains the steps out loud. Oscar explains the steps out loud. Pia points to the magnet poles. Pia points to the magnet poles.
皮尔指住磁铁的磁极。
Pia points to the magnet poles. Pia points to the magnet poles. Quinn shows north and south ends. Quinn shows north and south ends.
Quinn 展示北极和南极。
Quinn shows north and south ends. Quinn shows north and south ends. Ravi watches iron filings move. Ravi watches iron filings move.
Ravi 看铸铁屑移动。
Ravi watches iron filings move. Ravi watches iron filings move. Sia feels a gentle magnetic pull. Sia feels a gentle magnetic pull.
Sia 感觉到轻微的磁力吸引。
Sia feels a gentle magnetic pull. Sia feels a gentle magnetic pull. Toby tests different materials. Toby tests different materials.
Toby 测试不同的材料。
Toby tests different materials. Toby tests different materials. Uma says wood is not magnetic. Uma says wood is not magnetic.
Uma 说木头没有磁性。
Uma says wood is not magnetic. Uma says wood is not magnetic. Veda brings paper clips to test. Veda brings paper clips to test.
Veda 带回纹针来测试。
Veda brings paper clips to test. Veda brings paper clips to test. Wade tries a small compass. Wade tries a small compass.
Wade 试用一个小指南针。
Wade tries a small compass. Wade tries a small compass. Zena sees the needle turn. Zena sees the needle turn.
Zena 看到指针转动。
Zena sees the needle turn. Zena sees the needle turn. Yara learns about electric current. Yara learns about electric current.
Yara 学习电流。
Yara learns about electric current. Yara learns about electric current. Zane asks about voltage and safety. Zane asks about voltage and safety.
Zane 询问电压与安全。
Zane asks about voltage and safety. Zane asks about voltage and safety. Mia checks the battery direction. Mia checks the battery direction.
Mia 检查电池的方向。
Mia checks the battery direction. Mia checks the battery direction. Alex finds a short circuit problem. Alex finds a short circuit problem.
Alex 发现短路问题。
Alex finds a short circuit problem. Alex finds a short circuit problem. Noah fixes a loose wire. Noah fixes a loose wire.
Noah 修好一条松脱的导线。
Noah fixes a loose wire. Noah fixes a loose wire. Ava closes the switch to light the bulb. Ava closes the switch to light the bulb.
Ava 闭合开关让灯泡亮起。
Ava closes the switch to light the bulb. Ava closes the switch to light the bulb. Liam explains what resistance means. Liam explains what resistance means.
Liam 解释电阻是什么意思。
Liam explains what resistance means. Liam explains what resistance means. Emma uses a thick wire and a thin wire. Emma uses a thick wire and a thin wire.
Emma 使用粗的导线和细的导线。
Emma uses a thick wire and a thin wire. Emma uses a thick wire and a thin wire. Lucas notices the bulb is dim. Lucas notices the bulb is dim.
Lucas 注意到灯泡很暗。
Lucas notices the bulb is dim. Lucas notices the bulb is dim. Zoe says the bulb gets hot. Zoe says the bulb gets hot.
Zoe 说灯泡会变热。
Zoe says the bulb gets hot. Zoe says the bulb gets hot. Ethan talks about heat and energy. Ethan talks about heat and energy.
Ethan 谈热与能量。
Ethan talks about heat and energy. Ethan talks about heat and energy. Lily measures temperature with care. Lily measures temperature with care.
Lily 小心地量测温度。
Lily measures temperature with care. Lily measures temperature with care. Jack uses a thermometer in water. Jack uses a thermometer in water.
Jack 在水中使用温度计。
Jack uses a thermometer in water. Jack uses a thermometer in water. Nora stirs the water slowly. Nora stirs the water slowly.
Laura 慢慢搅拌水。
Nora stirs the water slowly. Nora stirs the water slowly. Ryan records the highest temperature. Ryan records the highest temperature.
Ryan 记录最高温度。
Ryan records the highest temperature. Ryan records the highest temperature. Maya compares hot and cold cups. Maya compares hot and cold cups.
Maya 比较热的杯子和冷的杯子。
Maya compares hot and cold cups. Maya compares hot and cold cups. Owen asks how heat moves. Owen asks how heat moves.
Owen 问热如何传递。
Owen asks how heat moves. Owen asks how heat moves. Chloe learns about conduction. Chloe learns about conduction.
Chloe 学习热传导。
Chloe learns about conduction. Chloe learns about conduction. Sarah shows an example of convection. Sarah shows an example of convection.
Sarah 展示对流的例子。
Sarah shows an example of convection. Sarah shows an example of convection. Ben explains radiation from the sun. Ben explains radiation from the sun.
Ben 解释来自太阳的辐射。
Ben explains radiation from the sun. Ben explains radiation from the sun. Leo draws waves with crests and troughs. Leo draws waves with crests and troughs.
Leo 画出有波峰和波谷的波。
Leo draws waves with crests and troughs. Leo draws waves with crests and troughs. Grace marks the wavelength on paper. Grace marks the wavelength on paper.
Grace 在纸上标出波长。
Grace marks the wavelength on paper. Grace marks the wavelength on paper. Finn counts the number of waves. Finn counts the number of waves.
Finn 数波的个数。
Finn counts the number of waves. Finn counts the number of waves. Ivy listens to low and high pitches. Ivy listens to low and high pitches.
Ivy 聆听低音和高音。
Ivy listens to low and high pitches. Ivy listens to low and high pitches. Hugo claps to make an echo. Hugo claps to make an echo.
Hugo 拍手制造回音。
Hugo claps to make an echo. Hugo claps to make an echo. Nina asks why echoes happen. Nina asks why echoes happen.
Nina 问为什么会有回音。
Nina asks why echoes happen. Nina asks why echoes happen. Mark explains sound travels in air. Mark explains sound travels in air.
Mark 解释声音在空气中传播。
Mark explains sound travels in air. Mark explains sound travels in air. Paula talks about vacuum and sound. Paula talks about vacuum and sound.
Paula 谈真空与声音。
Paula talks about vacuum and sound. Paula talks about vacuum and sound. Ivan studies how light bends. Ivan studies how light bends.
Ivan 研究光如何折射。
Ivan studies how light bends. Ivan studies how light bends. Rosa says lenses can focus light. Rosa says lenses can focus light.
Rosa 说透镜可以聚焦光线。
Rosa says lenses can focus light. Rosa says lenses can focus light. Omar holds a magnifying glass. Omar holds a magnifying glass.
Omar 拿住放大镜。
Omar holds a magnifying glass. Omar holds a magnifying glass. Jana sees a clear image on the wall. Jana sees a clear image on the wall.
Jana 在墙上看到清晰的影像。
Jana sees a clear image on the wall. Jana sees a clear image on the wall. Theo shows reflection in a mirror. Theo shows reflection in a mirror.
Theo 展示镜子中的反射。
Theo shows reflection in a mirror. Theo shows reflection in a mirror. Bella checks the angle of incidence. Bella checks the angle of incidence.
Bella 检查入射角。
Bella checks the angle of incidence. Bella checks the angle of incidence. Eric matches the angle of reflection. Eric matches the angle of reflection.
Eric 让反射角与入射角相符。
Eric matches the angle of reflection. Eric matches the angle of reflection. Abby moves the mirror a little. Abby moves the mirror a little.
Abby 把镜子稍微移动一下。
Abby moves the mirror a little. Abby moves the mirror a little. Caleb notices the spot of light shifts. Caleb notices the spot of light shifts.
Caleb 注意到光斑移动了。
Caleb notices the spot of light shifts. Caleb notices the spot of light shifts. Dana asks about transparent objects. Dana asks about transparent objects.
Dana 询问关于透明物体的问题。
Dana asks about transparent objects. Dana asks about transparent objects. Felix brings a frosted glass sheet. Felix brings a frosted glass sheet.
Felix 带来一片磨砂玻璃。
Felix brings a frosted glass sheet. Felix brings a frosted glass sheet.
感谢观看，订阅我们的频道并开启通知，及时获取新视频，持续你的英语学习之旅。